So where do you start to implement changes when you want to have a better relationship with sugar and where it exists in your life? That really comes down to a lot of your approach around it for how determined you are and certainly how motivated you are. But long term, I think a long game plan here is needed because sugar is so prevalent in all of our diets. So when you want to start reducing the amount of consumed sugar, I teach my clients to start at a very simple level. Before you change anything about how much sugar you consume, do these things first. First, I recommend you track your food and your beverages with how much sugar is contained within that item. Write it down somewhere. Take a picture of the labels of the foods that you eat in an average day and start adding up the grams of sugar in those. Include in that artificial sweeteners too, because even though they don't have sugar carbs, they are a sugar contributor that reacts in our body in a very toxic way. Understanding this number is going to help you build a plan of where to start, right? Because when you know where sugar exists, we can then work around it to mitigate how to reduce it in a way that doesn't create stress. Secondly, tip number 2, track where stress triggers are happening in your day. Here we're looking at what happens when you start thinking about or find yourself eating a sugary item or drinking a sugary beverage, when you need that boost of energy, when you're responding to something that calls for sugar, right? A bad day and a pint of ice cream. You want to track these because it's going to help you understand where stress is contributing to your sugar addiction and the stress strategies that need to be developed in order to redirect you away from something that's sugar related and into something that's more healthy, to give you that soothing comfort support that sugar is doing in those moments and why you're drawn to those in those moments. Okay, so that's number 2. Number 3 is to look at your sleep pattern. So when you know how much good quality sleep you're getting, we can improve the time that your body is using to sleep in order to do repairs. This is when recovery of our body occurs, is when we're sleeping. So when you wake rested and energized, you're less likely to want sugar, and it helps you kind of get through the tougher parts of stress and habitual eating that is sugar related. So these 3 data points are super critical. I work with my clients to help define what they look like, and we take that information and then we build a plan to help you redefine your relationship with sugar and actively work to reduce it without creating stress in your body, without driving yourself crazy and feeling like it's some overwhelming mountain to climb on your own. So if you would like to do this with me, I invite you to start with the 3 tips we talked in this video, and then come book an appointment with me because I will help you decipher those numbers and bring it into a plan that works for you individually and personally. You can set up time with me at dragonspitapothecary.com.